Have you ever stopped to think? That one simple choice in your kitchen, Greek yogurt or kefir, could shape the health of your gut, your muscles, your bones, and even your immune system after the age of 60. I've been a doctor for over 30 years, and one thing I've seen again and again is this. As we grow older, our bodies don't respond to food the way they did when we were young. The wrong kind of yogurt can leave you bloated, restless at night, aching in your joints, and even weaken your immune system. But the right choice, it can mean smoother digestion, stronger bones, deeper sleep, and protection against chronic disease. According to the National Institutes of Health, 2021, nearly 70% of Americans over 60 struggle with digestive problems linked to dairy. That means 7 out of 10 older adults are living with bloating, indigestion, diarrhea, or sleepless nights simply because of choosing the wrong milk or yogurt. And that's exactly why I want to sit down with you today. Not to lecture with dry science, but to talk heart to heart, like an older friend who's been there before. We're going to uncover the real difference between Greek yogurt and kefir, and more importantly, discover which one is the smarter choice for your body at this stage of life. Don't skip ahead, because what you learn here could transform not only the way you eat each day, but the health you carry with you for the rest of your life. In the very next part, I'll walk you through it step by step, how Greek yogurt is made, how kefir is formed, and why those tiny differences in process lead to such dramatically different effects on your health. To truly understand why Greek yogurt and kefir affect the body so differently, we need to go back to the very beginning, how they are made. Because it's the process itself that decides their nutrition, their texture, and ultimately, their impact on your health. Greek yogurt starts out as regular yogurt, but instead of leaving it as is, it's carefully strained several times to remove the watery liquid called whey, that clear layer you often see sitting on top of ordinary yogurt. This straining process changes everything. It becomes thicker and creamier, with a satisfying richness you don't get from regular yogurt. It turns into a protein powerhouse, nearly doubling the amount. Just 1 8-ounce cup gives you 15 to 20 grams of protein, the same as eating almost 3 large eggs. It also has less lactose than regular yogurt because much of it drains away with the whey. It's no wonder Greek yogurt exploded in popularity in American supermarkets in the late 2000s. Brands like Chobani and Phage turned it into a household staple, embraced by athletes, dieters, and yes, many older adults who want to preserve their strength and muscles. Kefir, on the other hand, is a whole different world. It's not just drinkable yogurt. Kefir is made by adding kefir grains to milk. Now, don't let the name fool you. Kefir grains aren't grains like wheat or rice. They are a living community of bacteria and yeast working together. As they ferment the milk, something remarkable happens. The result is thinner, more drinkable, with a light fizz and tangy flavor. It's packed with a wide diversity of probiotics, anywhere from 30 to 60 different strains of bacteria and yeast. And it often contains enzymes that help break down nearly all of the lactose, making it far easier to digest. Here in the U.S., kefir has slowly been making its way into more supermarkets, with brands like Lifeway and Green Valley leading the way. Nutritionists even call kefir the kombucha of dairy, a living, fermented drink that brings real power to your digestive health. Greek yogurt equals dense, protein-rich, keeps you full longer, supports muscle strength. Kefir equals probiotic-rich, diverse, restores balance in the gut, and aids digestion. And that's why, from the very first step of production, these two foods set out on very different health journeys. Which one is truly better for restoring and nourishing your body after 60? That's what we'll uncover next, when we put Greek yogurt and kefir head-to-head in the battle for gut health and immunity. And believe me, this is the battleground that decides so many struggles of aging, from constipation and bloating to diarrhea, to the strength of your immune defenses against infections. Did you know there's an entire forest of life living inside your belly? Scientists call it the gut microbiome. It's made up of trillions of bacteria and yeast working together in harmony, and it has the power to shape nearly every aspect of your health. I often tell my patients, your gut is the command center of your immune system. In fact, about 70% of your immune cells are housed in your digestive tract. Nature Reviews Immunology, 2020. That's why when your gut is balanced and healthy, your body is strong against illness. But when it's out of balance, your defenses weaken, opening the door to infections, joint inflammation, even heart disease. This is where kefir truly shines. Just 1 cup of kefir can contain 30 to 60 different strains of bacteria and yeast. Frontiers in Microbiology, 2020. The probiotic count can reach 25-30 billion CFU per cup, far more than most yogurts. Think of drinking kefir like sending an entire diverse army down into your gut. Some troops help break down lactose, others calm inflammation, and still others strengthen your immune response. And many of these friendly microbes don't just pass through, they actually settle in, taking up residence and creating lasting change. I remember one of my patients, Margaret, age 66. She struggled for years with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, constant bloating, cramping, sleepless nights. Medications only helped a little. When I suggested she try a small cup of kefir each day, she came back 6 weeks later smiling. "Doctor, I'm sleeping better. My stomach feels calmer, and I'm not running to the bathroom at night anymore." That's the real-world power of kefir. Greek yogurt has live cultures too, mostly Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus, with some brands adding Lactobacillus acidophilus or bifidobacteria. These may not be as diverse as kefir, but they still play important roles, helping you digest lactose more comfortably, creating a mildly acidic environment that keeps harmful bacteria in check, supporting smoother day-to-day digestion. But here's the key. The cultures in Greek yogurt usually don't stay in your gut long-term. They help while you eat, but they don't colonize as deeply as kefir. That's why kefir often provides a more lasting impact on your gut microbiome. As we age, our immune system naturally slows down. Add in years of medications, especially antibiotics, and our gut balance can easily be disrupted. That's why kefir is often the stronger choice when you need to restore your microbiome or boost your immunity. In fact, a study in the Journal of Dairy Science, 2019, found that older adults who drank kefir daily for 12 weeks saw a significant increase in beneficial bacteria and fewer minor respiratory infections compared to those who only ate yogurt. So to sum it up, if your goal is to reset your gut, improve immunity, or recover after antibiotics, kefir is number one. If you simply want gentle digestion and a steady boost of good bacteria, Greek yogurt is still a good option. But remember, this is just the first battlefield, the gut. Health after 60 is about more than digestion. Keeping your muscles strong so you don't grow weak or risk a dangerous fall is just as important. And that's where Greek yogurt has an edge, in ways kefir just can't match. If your gut is the garden that nourishes the immune system, then your muscles are the fortress walls that keep your body steady and strong as the years go by. And when it comes to protein, Greek yogurt stands out as one of the most reliable, concentrated sources you can find. After the age of 60, the body naturally enters a stage called sarcopenia, the gradual loss of muscle mass over time. On average, adults lose 3–8% of their muscle mass every decade after 40. Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia and Muscle, 2019. That loss leads to weakness, trouble walking, and a much higher risk of falls and fractures. I remember one of my patients, Thomas, age 71. He sighed and told me, "Doctor, I used to climb the stairs without thinking. Now, after just a few steps, I'm out of breath. My biggest fear is falling and breaking my hip." Sadly, this is the quiet worry shared by millions of older adults. Greek yogurt's greatest strength lies in its protein density. 1 8-ounce cup provides 15 to 20 grams of protein. That's roughly the same as 3 large eggs, but far easier to digest. Protein is the cornerstone of healthy aging. It helps to maintain and build muscle, keep you feeling full, reducing the urge to snack, support metabolism and steady weight management. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2019, found that people who consumed Greek yogurt after exercise boosted muscle protein synthesis by 25% more than those who didn't. And this wasn't just in athletes. Even older adults who only walked or did light exercise benefited significantly. Kefir does contain protein, but not nearly as much. 1 cup typically has only 8–9 grams, about half of Greek yogurt. For seniors aiming to preserve muscle and guard against sarcopenia, kefir simply isn't the ideal protein source. It's powerful for probiotics, yes, but weaker when it comes to muscle support. I think of another patient, Michael, age 65, who loved lifting light weights at the gym. He switched from drinking milk to eating a bowl of Greek yogurt with oats and berries each morning. 3 months later, he told me with a smile, "Doctor, I feel stronger. My muscles are firmer. I don't feel as weak as I used to." That's the difference concentrated protein can make. If your goal is to protect muscle, manage weight, and keep your energy steady, Right Arrow Greek yogurt is the clear choice. If your goal is purely gut health and probiotics, Right Arrow kefir is excellent, but not strong enough to fight sarcopenia on its own. So now we see the balance. Kefir shines for the gut, while Greek yogurt is the trusted ally for muscle. But health is more than just digestion and strength. Another major concern in later life is bone health, brittle bones, osteoporosis, and the risk of fractures. That brings us to the next chapter: vitamins, minerals, and bone strength, where the differences become even more striking. If muscles are the engine that keeps us moving, then our bones are the framework that holds us up. And after 60, nearly everyone faces the silent threat of osteoporosis. The National Osteoporosis Foundation, 2020, estimates that 1 in 2 women and 1 in 4 men over 50 will suffer a fracture caused by osteoporosis. That's not just a statistic. It's a real concern I see in my practice all the time. Over the years, I've had many patients sit across from me and say, "Doctor, I only tripped a little, and yet I broke my wrist. It shows just how fragile our bones can become with age. And this is where diet, especially dairy, plays a powerful role in protecting us. Greek yogurt isn't only a protein powerhouse, it also offers a unique package of nutrients. Vitamin B12, essential for red blood cell production and nerve function. Low levels can cause fatigue, tingling, even memory issues. Riboflavin B2, which helps convert food into energy and fights tiredness. Selenium, a potent antioxidant that shields our cells from aging damage. In fact, a study published in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition, 2018, found that young men who ate Greek yogurt after exercise showed greater markers of new bone formation compared to those who didn't. While the study was in younger adults, it strongly suggests that even in later life, Greek yogurt can play a role in supporting bone strength when paired with regular activity. Kefir shines in a different way. It's often fortified with calcium and vitamin D, the two cornerstones of bone density. Its fermentation process produces bioactive peptides, tiny compounds that enhance calcium absorption and reduce joint inflammation. Journal of Functional Foods, 2020. One particularly striking study in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research, 2018, showed that postmenopausal women who drank kefir daily for 6 months experienced improved bone density and slower bone loss compared to the control group. I'll never forget Linda, a 70-year-old patient of mine. When she was first diagnosed with mild osteoporosis, she was terrified of a lifetime of medication. I encouraged her to combine gentle exercise with a simple habit, 1 glass of kefir each evening. A year later, her bone scan showed not decline but slight improvement. She smiled and told me, "Doctor, I feel more confident now when I walk with my granddaughter. I'm not afraid of falling the way I used to be." Greek yogurt, rich in protein and B vitamins, right arrow supports muscle, energy, and indirectly helps bones. Kefir, rich in calcium, vitamin D, and bioactive peptides, right arrow directly strengthens bone density and lowers the risk of osteoporosis. So, if your main focus is muscle strength, Greek yogurt is your go-to. If you're most concerned about bone health and preventing fractures, kefir may be your trusted ally. But the story doesn't stop here, because there's one problem nearly every older adult runs into: lactose intolerance. For many, milk means bloating, gas, or sleepless nights. So the question becomes, between Greek yogurt and kefir, which one is truly easier to digest? The answer may surprise you, and that's exactly what we'll explore in the next part. One of the biggest reasons so many older adults fear milk is because of lactose, the natural sugar found in dairy. When the body no longer makes enough of the enzyme lactase to break it down, that lactose passes straight into the colon. The result: bloating, cramps, or even diarrhea. And here's the surprising part. About 1 in 3 American adults has some level of lactose intolerance. National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, 2021. In people over 60, that number climbs even higher because with age, our bodies gradually lose the ability to produce lactase. I've had countless patients tell me, "Doctor, all it takes is 1 glass of milk and my stomach balloons like a drum," or "just a slice of cheese and I'm up all night with stomach pain." This is where kefir shines. During fermentation, its bacteria and yeast break lactose down almost completely, Some studies show kefir can reduce lactose by as much as 99%. Journal of Dairy Science, 2019. That's why even people who can't touch regular milk often find kefir surprisingly gentle. No bloating, no discomfort. Take Robert, a 74-year-old patient of mine. He hadn't been able to drink milk for over 20 years because it always upset his stomach. I suggested he start small, just half a cup of kefir in the evening. A few weeks later, he returned with a smile. "Doctor, for the first time in decades, I can enjoy a dairy drink and feel perfectly fine." Greek yogurt is also easier to digest than milk for two reasons. Straining removes much of the whey, taking some lactose with it. The live bacteria in yogurt help break down what remains. But it's not entirely lactose-free. For people who are extremely sensitive, too much Greek yogurt can still cause bloating or discomfort. If you have severe lactose intolerance, Right Arrow Kefir is the safer bet. If you're only mildly sensitive, plain unsweetened Greek yogurt may still work just fine. So when it comes to digestive comfort, kefir is clearly the stronger ally. But we're not done yet. Out there, you'll hear plenty of myths. Kefir is just liquid yogurt, or more probiotics are always better, or dairy fat will ruin your heart. Are those really true? In the next section, Myths and Common Mistakes, I'll clear the air, bust those misconceptions, and show you what the science actually says. In more than 30 years of practice, I've seen countless patients struggle with digestive issues, weak bones, even unwanted weight gain, not because of age alone, but because they believed in the wrong advice. I've heard it all. Kefir is just liquid yogurt, or dairy fat clogs your arteries, or the more probiotics you take, the healthier you'll be. But science tells us a different story. Kefir is nothing like plain yogurt. It's packed with a diverse community of bacteria and yeast. Frontiers in Microbiology, 2020. Natural dairy fat, when consumed in moderation, does not raise heart risk. In fact, it may support longevity. The Lancet, 2018. And too many probiotics at once can backfire, causing bloating or discomfort. What matters is the right strains in the right amounts, at the right time. Nature Reviews Gastroenterology, 2021. If you want to reset your gut, strengthen immunity, and ease lactose intolerance, Right Arrow Kefir is your #1 choice. If your goal is to preserve muscle, manage weight, and avoid frailty after 60, Right Arrow Greek yogurt is your essential tool. If you want to protect your bones and lower osteoporosis risk, Right Arrow both can help. But kefir has the edge thanks to its calcium and vitamin D. If you have a sensitive gut, start kefir in small amounts, then build up slowly. If you live with chronic kidney disease, be cautious with Greek yogurt's high protein load. If your immune system is severely compromised, talk with your doctor before trying live kefir cultures. And above all, steer clear of sugary, flavored versions of either product. Some of them carry more sugar than a can of soda, doing more harm than good. So here's the truth. There isn't one single golden key that fits everyone. But if you understand your body and you choose wisely, Greek yogurt and kefir can become two powerful allies. One protecting you on the outside, the other nourishing you from the inside. My dear friend, after everything we've shared today, I want you to remember just one simple truth. Greek yogurt is like the solid bricks that build strength and keep your muscles steady. Kefir is like a living garden, nourishing your gut and strengthening your immune system from within. One protects the outside, the other nurtures the inside. And when you bring them together, you're giving your body a strong foundation for the years ahead to walk with ease, to keep bones resilient, to enjoy calm digestion, restful sleep, and an immune system ready to stand guard against illness. I've spoken with hundreds of patients in their 60s, 70s, and beyond. And do you know what they tell me? Doctor, the most valuable medicine isn't a pill, it's the small, wise habits we choose every single day. I believe that choosing between a cup of Greek yogurt and a glass of kefir could be one of those small decisions that changes your health for years to come. Here's my final lesson for you. Don't chase every new trend. Instead, listen to your body. Choose the foods that truly serve you and stay consistent. Health doesn't come from grand gestures, it's built quietly through the little choices you repeat day after day. If this video spoke to you, I'd love for you to tap the like button so more people can discover these life-changing insights. Leave a comment below. Are you team Greek yogurt, team kefir, or maybe a little of both? I'd love to hear your story. Hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you'll never miss the latest health tips designed especially for you. And don't forget to come back every day because sometimes just one idea can transform the way you care for yourself. Let's build a community of older adults who are strong, joyful, and living fully each and every day. I'm Dr. James, and I'll see you in the next video.